Could it be that the world is witnessing a genocide rather than a war in the Israel-Gaza conflict? Well, let's traverse this timeline together. In the midst of the night, the sirens of countless ambulances echo through Gaza. Tens of thousands of its people, from north to south, flee their homes, anticipating a possible land invasion by Israel. It's a flight from what many perceive as an attempt to displace them, a genocide in disguise. The public health system in Gaza teeters on the edge of a catastrophe. Clinics and hospitals are overwhelmed. They face an imminent risk of infectious diseases spreading. The bodies of the deceased pile up unburied, emitting a stench that haunts the destroyed buildings. While Gaza grapples with this crisis, Israel readies itself for a strike. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu faces backlash for his perceived inaction to prevent the attack, while Hamas continues to plot its response. Desperation creeps into the lives of the residents of the Gaza Strip as they face a slow, agonizing death. Evacuation is the order of the day, but the vulnerable find themselves unable to move. Even hospitals, overcrowded and yet to be evacuated, stand in violation of international law. Across the world, in London, tens of thousands of people take to the streets in protest. They chant pro-Palestinian slogans and urge world leaders to condemn the situation in Gaza. For them, Israel's military actions in Gaza are just the latest chapter in a decades-long war against the Palestinian people, a war waged through military occupation and a system of apartheid. The Israel-Gaza conflict is not just a battle of rockets and airstrikes. It's a complex web of politics and a humanitarian crisis that fuels the tension. The messaging is unified yet nuanced, revealing different motivations for protesting. But the escalating conflict has also given rise to incidents of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. In the midst of all this, Israeli government spokesman assures support for soldiers in the Gaza operation. Israel stands determined to defend itself and end Hamas's presence in Gaza, even as the world watches with bated breath. The Israel-Gaza conflict is a complex issue intertwining political motivations, humanitarian crises, and global reactions. As the world watches, the question remains, is this a war or a genocide? Subscribe for more. And let's pray for peace in these perilous times.